Hey future doctors, this is Dr. Sharun here and welcome to NCERT in 10 Minutes podcast by NEET Buddy, where I am providing you with all the important points of every chapter of NCERT in less than 10 minutes podcast. You can listen to them anytime, anywhere, doing anything. Let's take your NEET preparation to another level, and if you find these helpful, do share it with your friends as well. Let's begin. Biological classification. Introduction. Classification groups organisms based on similarities and differences. Carolus Linnaeus proposed the two kingdom system. R. H. Whittaker in 1969 proposed the five kingdom system of classification. Two kingdom classification. Plantae and Animalia were the two kingdoms. Limitation of the two kingdom system of classification by Linnaeus. It did not distinguish prokaryotes from eukaryotes. There was no separation between unicellular and multicellular organisms. Fungi were placed under Plantae despite being heterotrophic. Viruses and lichens were unclassified. Five kingdom classification given by R. H. Whittaker. Criteria used for classification: cell structure, distinguished between prokaryotes and eukaryotes; body organization, distinguished between unicellular and multicellular; mode of nutrition, between autotrophic and heterotrophic; sexual reproduction, between asexual versus sexual; phylogenetic relationships. Kingdoms under five kingdom classification: Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae, Animalia. Monera included the bacteria. Protista included unicellular eukaryotes. Fungi, they were saprophytic with chitin cell wall. Plantae, autotrophic with cellulosic cell wall. Animalia, heterotrophic with no cell wall. Kingdom Monera. Prokaryotic, unicellular organism, cell wall made of peptidoglycan. DNA, no nucleus is present. Reproduction. By asexual means by binary fission. Genetic recombination by transformation, transduction, or conjugation. Types. Archaebacteria, eubacteria. Archaebacteria lives in extreme environment, includes methanogens, live in gut of ruminant producing methane. Halophiles, salt-loving bacteria. Thermoacidophiles, live in hot acidic environment. Eubacteria or the true bacteria. It includes cyanobacteria, blue-green algae that is photosynthetic in nature. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria, example nostoc and anabana. Chemosynthetic bacteria that oxidize inorganic substances for energy. Heterotrophic bacteria that are decomposers and pathogens, example salmonella. Kingdom Protista. Eukaryotic, mostly unicellular organisms. Aquatic habitat. Reproduction by asexual and sexual means. Types include chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, protozoans. Chrysophytes. Diatoms and golden algae are the examples. They have silica cell wall that forms diatomaceous earth and are photosynthetic in nature. Dinoflagellates. Marine, bioluminescent can be seen. They cause red tides. Example, goniolix. Euglenoids. No cell wall is present. Protein-rich pellicle is seen. They are mixotropic in nature. Autotrophic in sunlight, heterotrophic in dark. Example, euglena. Slime molds. Fungus-like, they form plasmodium. Fruiting bodies with spores are seen. Protozoan. Heterotrophic in nature. They can be amoeboids. Amoeba, antamoeba are the example. They can be flagellated. Example is trypanosoma that causes sleeping sickness. They can be ciliated. Example, paramecium. Or they can be sporozoans. Example, plasmodium that causes malaria. Kingdom fungi. Eukaryotic heterotrophic organisms. Cell wall made of chitin. Nutrition. They can be saprophytic. They can be parasitic. They can be symbiotic. When saprophytic, they act as decomposers. When parasitic, they absorb nutrition from the host. When symbiotic, they take nutrition from lichen and mycorrhizae. Reproduction. Reproduction can be asexual or sexual. Asexual reproduction from conidia, sporangiospores or budding. Sexual reproduction via plasmogamy, followed by karyogamy, and finally meiosis. Types of fungi. Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, Deuteromycetes. Phycomycetes, example includes Rhizopus and Mucor. Ascomycetes, also called sac fungi, example includes yeast and penicillium. Basidiomycetes, called as the club fungi, includes mushroom, rust, and smuts. Deuteromycetes, known as imperfect fungi, example alternaria. Kingdom Plantae, eukaryotic multicellular autotrophic cell wall made of cellulose, photosynthesis using chlorophyll, alteration of generations between sporophyte and gametophyte seen. Major groups are algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms. Kingdom Plantae being extensive, a complete chapter of NCERT has been dedicated, which would be covered in further podcasts. Kingdom Animalia, eukaryotic, multicellular, heterotrophic, no cell wall, organ system level of organization, mode of nutrition is holozoic, that is, they ingest their food, reproduction is by sexual mode. Kingdom Animalia has also been separately discussed as a complete chapter of NCERT, which would be covered in upcoming podcasts. Viruses, viroids, and lichens. Viruses, acellular, obligate parasite, contain DNA or RNA and protein coat called as the capsid. Cannot reproduce outside host. Examples include HIV, influenza, bacteriophage. Viroids, infectious RNA. No protein code is present. Causes potato spindle tuber disease. Lichens, symbiotic association of fungi, mycobiont, and algae, phycobiont. Algae carries out photosynthesis and provides food to fungi. Fungi provides protection and carries out absorption of raw material for the algae. Lichens are used as the bioindicator of air pollution. That was the entire chapter, and the 10 minutes timer has still not clicked. Guys, the more sensations you involve in your preparation, better you remember. And with these podcasts, we are putting your auditory sensation to play. I really hope you find these helpful, and if you do, don't forget to share it with your friends as well. I'll see you guys in the next episode of the podcast. This is Dr. Sharun signing off.